So what's going on, guys? It's Mike Dartford back again. Obviously, since the Kent Senior Cup final, I've been a bit quiet, mainly because after the way the season ended, I was a bit like I just needed a breather, and there has been a lot happening. So we'll backtrack a bit. So about a week or so after the Kent Senior Cup final, I don't know the exact date, it was announced that Steve King had left the club. A call that I think most of us thought was the right idea, especially with the turnover of players. And of course, it's a shame, and I do wish Kingy all the best in the future. But it is a case of results weren't good enough, and I think I'll be honest. I think if you ask most Dartford supporters, as a team, it wasn't good enough. But yeah, as I said, I don't. Obviously, my views on Kingy towards the end of the season became very well known. I think the amount of players we were using was unsustainable, and I mean, you look at the likes. Okay, we're arguably a better run club than the likes of Welling and whoever else you care to mention. But yeah, I think right decision from the club. As I said, I wish Kingy all the best in the future. I thank him for what he's done here, because obviously he came in at a very bad time for Dartford. And yeah, I think it is the right decision. And of course, it is perhaps a step in the club making sort of the right steps towards getting us promoted. Dartford have announced a new manager, and it is former Woking manager Alan Dawson, I believe it is. So obviously I just want to welcome Alan or Dawson to the club. A fantastic signing. Woking fans even are singing his praises, saying that we've got a good manager here, good pedigree. Obviously got Woking promoted and then worked to keep them in the National League. They're still there to this day. I'll be honest, when he wasn't a manager I'd particularly thought of. I was thinking more. There was a few other managers that potentially were available, but I think in terms of how he talks about the club, obviously he's had his first interview with the club, and he comes across as very strong. Sort of, he understands that the fans are like he understands, and he seems like he wants to keep the fans on side with him. Which again, in last season, it was very much there was fractures within the fan base over players and such. But yeah, listen, it'd be interesting to see. But I think it is a step in the right direction. And of course, as with every season, there's been players leaving. Not that we've had a retained list yet, but at the moment, there's been a few players who have gone out and signed elsewhere. So in terms of outgoings, we've had Tariq Hyde, who's gone to Welling, Adi Aziz, who's also gone to Welling, so all the best for them. Apart from when they played Dartford, obviously. Jack Jebb has signed for Dorking, and obviously Dorking got promoted in the end. So all the best to Jebby, one of the best strikers of the ball we've had, arguably since, well, going back to the Lee Noble, Brian Hayes days when they used to be on free kicks. But scorer of one of the best goals last season, or if not the best goal of the season last year. So I think it's a shame to see Jebby go, but I've been saying most of the season now, it doesn't surprise me. He deserves a crack at the National League. Really nice bloke as well. So in terms of other, and this is quite a sad one for me, obviously, those who know, Jay Robinson has signed with Worthing Town. Now, obviously, on this channel we love Robbo. Brilliant guy. Couldn't speak highly enough of him off the pitch. Always there, like up for a chat and sort of see how I'm doing. And he's honestly one of the nicest blokes in football. But yeah, I think it's a shame with Robbo, but I can understand it. Obviously, he was coming up a long way, and to sign for Worthing, I think it's a more local club. Arguably, I would like to see him stay, win, actually have a crack at starting this year. But obviously, it is what it is. It is a shame because he is a fantastic player, but we've just, it'd be interesting to see who else comes in. In terms of retained players, so far it's been announced that Tom Bonner and Connor Essam have both signed new deals alongside Luke Allen, Christian Campbell, and academy graduate Cameron Brodie has also signed a new first team deal. Now, Cameron Brodie signing is great. I hope he gets a chance to play for us this year. He did bloody well at Cray Wanderers, winning their player of the season last year. And he deserves an opportunity. He is an amazing player. Also, and obviously coming through our academy, it'd be brilliant. Be the first player to sort of properly break through and make proper appearances. Like, obviously, I know we played academy boys through like the Kent Senior Cup, but I'm hoping he can establish himself like Darren Ibrahim did. In terms of friendlies, so far, I believe we've had friendlies announced at home against Charlton, Millwall, and Boreham Wood. I might be missing one, but those are the three I know for definite. So that's good. But yeah, obviously, Kingy's gone, Dow's in. Let's see what happens. I think it's a great time to be a Dartford fan, honestly. And for the first time in a while, I'm actually feeling a bit of a buzz about the club. Like, I think we've got a manager who finally understands what Dartford is about, and it isn't. I think it's a case of we weren't good enough last season. I think you ask any fan after our start to the season, we should have maintained that and been up there with the likes of Fleet and Dorking. I do think it is the right choice of manager for the club to bring in Dow's. He's got pedigree, in all honesty, and I feel it's going to be a fun ride, and I think it's a chance for supporters who have perhaps become disenchanted with everything to start enjoying football again, enjoying being at the club. I mean, last season it was, you never knew what team was going to show up. Like, we could stick 6 or 7 past a team and then come back and half a team would be out. But in terms of other notable players, so far we've heard nothing about Jermaine Mead, who I hope stays. Dan Wilkes, it's looking likely he's going to go. He's removed, or he had removed, all mentions of Dartford Football Club within his Twitter feed. And it also, in terms of players staying, Dan Roberts has also been announced as staying, which honestly I cannot believe, or I cannot begin to say, how happy that makes me, because another striker last year who did not get a chance, went out on loan to Carshalton, came back and just absolutely went for it, absolutely gunning for it. Welling in the Kent Senior Cup, I think it was the semi-final, I want to say. Absolutely man mountain warrior when he came on. I think he this year will be one of if not our star player. Also, in terms of friendlies, Dartford also have Barnet at home on the 19th. But yeah, I feel that with the signings we've made a good signing, and I think with that we can also see now where we can go. I feel that as a club, I think we've really got a chance this year to come up and really, really give the league a go. And I think, obviously, if you look at the likes of Fleet still being in and around the league with us, with both Maidstone and Dorking both going up, I think it will be between us this year. Obviously, I won't start doing predictions until we're at least towards the tail end of pre-season. But I would like to say that, or I'd like to hope that we'll be up and around and causing trouble. But yeah, I think I do think that we are perhaps. It's going to be a good time to be a Dartford fan, I think. Obviously, it's early days, and we still don't know who will be doing what. But I think to keep Tom Bonner here, who has been at times last season, it seemed like the only player who actually cared. Essam as well. They made a solid partnership at the back. Christian Campbell, I think the jury for me still out on, but it'd be good to see him get some games under his belt in pre-season. I do, however, worry that probably means we're not going to re-sign Meady, which is a shame because I do like Meady. But yeah, that's all the news. It's been a manic few weeks for not just for myself but for the football club. But here's to next season being happier, more enjoyable again, and getting back to the Dartford Football Club that most supporters want. The atmosphere sometimes last year was just shit. Even in the Kent Senior Cup final, it was just not. Dartford didn't play how they could, how they should have done. But that was last season. On to the new season now. Friendly start in July. I'll be back around then. And until then, I'm going to enjoy a very much earned break. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you when I have some more news.